Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Ronacraft Season 2. This is episode 8 and I want to start off this episode by going to enchant a trident. Mainly because you can see right here that I got a trident. So now I want to go ahead and enchant this because I really have been missing having the ability to have Riptide. Mainly because it rains a lot, and with clearing out all of this, it's going to be very useful to have a Riptide Trident because I don't need to waste a rocket having to come back to my stuff. I can just Riptide over. So let's go ahead and try to get some books. Now I am going to have to buy these because I only have an Unbreaking and Mending, but we can still go down and get the Unbreaking and Mending because of course we have all of these emeralds right here. So let's go ahead, and I think I need 4 emeralds or 5 emeralds, I believe, to buy the books. So we are going to need 1 Unbreaking 3 book and then 1 Mending book. Oh yeah, I also did get 2 Nautilus shells, so hopefully we are very close to being able to craft a conduit as well. Actually, you know what? Let's just see here. Do I have enough to craft one yet? It doesn't seem we do. We only have 3. I actually had 1 in this chest. All right, but now let's go ahead and fly over to, probably gonna start off with the Oasis and then head over to World of Books. All right, here we are at the Bazaar. So do we have, right here we have channeling and loyalty. However, we don't need those because this is going to be a Riptide Trident. However, it doesn't look like that there is any... Well, Impaling 5, we could use that because if we want to whack anything with it, that means we could just, you know, deal a good amount of damage. So we can buy that one. However, I think that's all we can get right now because the only other enchant that we would need is Riptide, and it doesn't seem like Riptide is being sold here. So let's go see if the World of Books has it. All right, flying over, and World of Books I believe is right here. And let's see, do we got Riptide here? We actually do not. Okay, so what we can try to do, instead of trying to get a villager that's gonna sell Riptide, because honestly, we're only gonna need it once. So instead, we're gonna come down here and see if we can enchant it. Because this is currently where my enchant table is. Do I have a grindstone? Why don't I have a grindstone down here? Do I have one in here? No. All right, let's go get a grindstone. Should have one in here. Yep, right here. I got a whole stack of them for some reason. Alrighty, so we can go ahead and just put the grindstone right there, and then we can do this. And then let's see, what are we gonna get? Channeling. No, we do not need channeling. We need, actually. Oh, that's not. Oh no, we have to hit a mob with it. There it is. Let's say I wanted to get the advancement. We're gonna get it now. Impaling 4. No, I want to guarantee Riptide. Here we go. Riptide 3. And that's all we're getting on this too. Okay, so good thing that we went and we got all the books. So let's combine these. Then we'll put Impaling and then Unbreaking 3 and Mending. Let's go ahead and name this the Aquaport. And as of a way to fix this up, let's just go ahead and use some villager trading, because this should be very quick in order to, because all we should have to do is just start trading and get some quartz. And we should, yeah, this is already almost filled. There we go, all set. So now that we have this Aquaport, say we were mining, and say I need to get up there, instead of wasting a rocket, it's just as easy as that. And if it's raining, it makes it even better, because that means I can do it in the sky. Like if it's raining, the Elytra plus a Riptide Trident is amazing, because you can just constantly just do this pretty much. Or, well, I mean, you can go a little bit faster than that. If I go underwater, yeah, this is a good example. You can constantly do this. And if you combine this with the Elytra, you go even faster. Even faster than using Elytra and spamming rockets. I believe you go faster than that. So I'm super happy that we now have this. Yeah, I died. I accidentally went AFK after the end of that clip. And then the server actually went offline. And I came back on, and I just said I died. I had no idea how it actually happened, but instead I was killed by a zombie, so now we're down to 7 levels. However, like I said in the last episode, we need to go on a bit of an end trip so we can get some shulker shells, mainly because we're down to like, I think it's like 12. Let's go end busting, because also the end has just been recently pruned, so it'll be a lot easier to find shells. So let's go. and ready to complete. Did have to craft another bow, so we right here got Pack-a-Puncher 2.0 now. However, in this box is everything that we've gotten, so we got a good amount of shulker shells, which should last us for a while. I even crafted up some chests to go with it, as well as we got 4 elytra as well. However, for these 4 elytra, we're going to need some unbreaking and some mending to go with it, so I believe I still have some unbreaking and mending books down here that are spare. And just, you know, in one of these chests. Well, it turns out I only have a Silk Touch, Efficiency, and a Feather Falling book in here, so let's just grab some emeralds, we'll grab some books, and we'll get 4 of each. So we're going to need 4 mending books, as well as 4 unbreaking books. Now, my unbreaking books are a little bit more expensive, but that's just because I think I whacked one of the villagers near him, but honestly, we have so many emeralds, I really could care less. All right, so now let's combine these together. Now we gotta go put these on the elytra, and I'm hoping I'm gonna have enough levels for this. I probably won't. Ooh, it's gonna cost 6 a piece. We'll be able to do 2 right now, but that's still another 2 elytra we can throw in here. I'm gonna really quickly go get some experience just to do the rest of these. All right, all of our elytra are enchanted now, including the one that I normally carry in my inventory. So we now have a total of 9. So let me just, you know, really we have 8 sitting in here because technically if I die and lose this elytra, I also lose this one, but we have another 8 to come back for. So technically we could do this 4 times, but I really don't think I'm going to die 4 times and lose my elytra. Something else that I've done in between episodes is gotten a netherite chestplate, mainly because it was the one thing that we didn't have. So, you know, we now have the cover me in debris advancement. All right, now I think I should give you a little bit of an update. So what's been going on with clearing it out. This area probably looks the same, but over here, this section right here has been cleared out. Of course, next up will be this section. I did make a line right there for where this beacon goes to, which is right here. So this section right here actually shouldn't take me too long to clear out, but still we are making tons and tons of progress. I just realized that I missed a block. And as of for the deepened part, this stuff I'm going to do more off camera and on streams and just do this throughout the season, mainly because this is going to be a lot more work to lower this all down by 7 blocks. And then on top of that, add in all the dirt as well. So for now, it's just going to be staying at this layer probably until the entire base is done. But for right now, we have to bring this path back in right here because, you know, it just gets cut off right here. So I'm going to get a path going through here. That way we can start planning out some more buildings and we can get going with the main build for this episode. All right, here we go. Got some more paths in. So starting off, we got a path going in this direction, which is going to lead down behind the general store to this little circle here where we can put a few buildings around it, as well as the main building for this episode is going to be taking up one of these spots. I'm thinking here, just because I like the plot that we have here. And then we can also put like a building there, maybe like a really small building there, another one there, maybe one right here. However, this may be a spot for a tree. And then of course there is the path that is starting to come down here where you can get into the smeltery right there. Of course, I still do have to come in through with like the flowers and all the grass and the stone buttons and all that stuff. And then I also put this little path in here as well. I don't know why. I had a feeling like maybe I should put like a little path going along the beach. And then my idea is if we run out of space right here, we can make some sort of like cliff face right here to add some more land right up here. And then we can have this path going through like a little cave-like structure inside of it. And then it goes like through the cliff and then it'll come back out like right over here. And then you can go and carry yourself on through the rest of the beach. And then there would be the path that would be leading probably back up to here. And then maybe like over into here maybe. All right, so now what I wanted to do is right here in this spot, we're going to go ahead and build up a new building, which is going to be a bakery. And because we need to, you know, have, you know, just the basic stores that a normal village would have. So we're going to start off by putting a bakery here, and then we'll probably put a few other stores here as well. Just haven't decided exactly what they're going to be yet. Because of course we do already have the ginormous general store right there. And this bakery won't be as big as that, but of course, because, you know, we don't have that big of a plot here, but it's going to require pretty much these materials to create. So without further ado, let's jump into a time lapse and build up a bakery. got a bakery up and running. So if you come inside, we do have stock. So you can see that we have a whole bunch of cookies here, got some pumpkin here, and unfortunately I have no bread at the moment. But we also do have some cake as well. So now if anybody that's living in the village wants to come over here, so, you know, they can just indulge themselves in some nice baked goods. We also have this little stand outside that's having some cake. And of course, this is going to be the more special cake where you can buy it. And then the more standardized cakes are going to be in there. So there we go. We now have a bakery. Well, I just got back from not really an AFK session, but just, you know, me logging off the server. And it seems we have a whole bunch of chickens that are around the base. Now, this can only be 2 people that I know. And that is Peter Pan and Make It Rain Bit. So this means that they probably, they went through a decent chunk of the eggs that are in here, and they're probably super loud for you guys right now. Let me just turn those down. So this of course means that we're gonna have to get back at them. But first we should probably take out all these chickens. This is fine. Nothing's wrong with this site here. I'm just gonna walk the other way. So of course now we need to get revenge. Oh, also I didn't actually show this, but when I logged in, every single trap door on these buildings were flipped up like that. So literally every single one like that, and I had to come through and flip them all back. I probably even missed something, right here I missed one. But yes, we do have to get them back now. However, I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that yet, because this is actually 2 people that we need to get back at, because they don't, of course, they don't have a base together. So we need to come up with something to go at each of the bases. So I'm going to brainstorm this throughout the episode and just try to come up with something. And then maybe towards the end of the episode, we can go ahead and execute these pranks. All right, so for the next part of the episode, I want to start working on this area of the village right here, because in the last episode, I mentioned that this entire thing is just one long line, and it looks a little crazy from the sky because it's just a straight line. So I have set up a beacon right here so we can start to clear all this area out and kind of just smoothen it down to the water line. And of course I did move the chests as well. Those ended up coming right over here, as you can see right here. And then you can see that I have collected a lot more materials. So maybe in the future, later on the season, we can start tackling some major terraforming jobs. So I guess for right now, we can just start off by starting to dig this section out and just smoothen it out probably to at least this layer. And of course I will go up the hill here and then I'll come back. All right, smoothened it out. However, I'm not really sure if I want to continue doing things like this and just smoothing it out to the bottom, or if we should just make some sort of cliff face type thing right into the water. So what I'm thinking about doing is we're just gonna hop into a time lapse and just, terraform this up a bit. Maybe turn some of it into a beach, over here where it's lower right now. Maybe turn this into a beach and then cliff up over here because it's more higher. And I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen. You're going to see in a few seconds whenever the time lapse starts, which is right now. Okay, so all I did was this cliff right here, and I haven't done this area or started wrapping this around yet. It just kind of gets cut off right here. But for right now, I actually really like how this came out. I added a modified version of the beach over there right here, as well as a nice cliff face right here with the grass coming over the edge and, the stone back here. I think I've used this to design in the hardcore series, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so something like this is what I want to do for also over here with these cliff faces, or anything where it's just going to be difficult to just have I don't know, a grass line or a dirt line going up to the water, when we could actually just have a cliff that for example right here or right there. But right here, we'll probably just even this out a bit and just turn this into a beach, just pretty much like how this is. All right, so each of these tools, of course, are still diamond. And yes, I know I broke a pickaxe, but I don't know where the other one went. So I'm starting to lose these tools, but that's fine. We can just It's not that hard to make another tool, especially with the levels we got and the fact that we have the books as well. But what I have done is I have gathered 8 shulker boxes of sand and 10 shulker boxes of gunpowder, and pretty much we're going to be crafting 2 full shulker boxes of TNT, going on a big montage and just seeing how much netherite we can get out of it. So let's just go ahead and craft this all up in the form of a first-person time-lapse. All right, 2 full shulker boxes of TNT. So without further ado, let's go into a montage of just blowing up the nether. Alright, so I only actually went through one of the boxes. I feel like I do this every time. I always collect more stuff and I say we're going to go through the whole thing. We only do a little bit, but honestly though, we got a whole lot more. Like we got almost 2 stacks and this is going to be plenty because if I go ahead and I just put this into the 4s, we can see we already have 30 pieces of netherite and we only need to convert 1 box. So in theory, we only need 27 minus the few that we've lost. And unfortunately, there's only 1 netherite scrap in here, so I don't think I'm going to be able to craft that other one. Alright, well, a very kind sir known as Camerica has given me 1 more ancient debris. I just paid him with the extra soul speed book, so now we have the nice even 60, and we can come down here to go ahead and smelt this up. To put the ancient debris right there, and then all we gotta do is flick that switch, and we get to watch the nice show of them all being lit up at once. Okay, I will come back when this is all done. All right, here we go. All set now. Now we can go ahead and combine this with some gold and make ourselves some netherite ingots. All right, so we should need let's just grab 2 stacks to be safe, and then we'll go ahead and craft 31 netherite ingot. Now this is a lot of netherite here. This is probably the most I've had at once. Enough that we can craft a solid 3 blocks of netherite. Alright, but for now, let's go ahead and grab our max tools box and just start to turn these into netherite here. And just like that, we now have a full box of netherite tools as well. This honestly looks insane, as well as we now have an extra 500 durability on each of these tools. And we also have 6 netherite ingots left over that I think for now we're just going to store probably in the end chest. And as for this stack of TNT, we're going to hold it off for a very special thing that I have planned, probably within the next few episodes, probably in the next one though. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys something that we did just the other night, which is a few people came on. There was about 4 of us total, and we just pretty much just killed the dragon a lot, and we have unlocked every single portal around, all I believe 24 portals. So now we are free to do whatever we want in the end without having to worry about respawning the dragon. So of course, eventually this island will probably not look like this, and it'll have some changes to it, make it look a little better. Because, you know, we all kind of need an end update. This place hasn't been changed since 1.9, and it's well overdue an update. So let's hope 1.20 being the end update. Oh, and now that's spawn. Something else that is going to be happening, hopefully within the next few months, is a whole transformation around spawn right here, because it's all jungle, and if we have anybody die and they don't have stuff, there's a chance that there's going to be like a mob coming out through the jungle that's going to kill them again, and we just don't want that happening. And now let's give another update on the ocean clearing here, or really just a swamp clearing. I have started working on this side. As you see, I've just made some borders here. I just haven't finished it yet because this is all like a little bit of a higher section, so it's going to take me a little longer. Plus, I just haven't really gotten around to do it yet, but probably while this video is rendering or uploading, this is what I'll be doing. And you know, this actually isn't something I've done a lot on camera, but let's go ahead and let's check what we have sold in the shops. So let's start off with the boxed goods section here, where we sell a whole bunch of stuff by the box, and it does not look like we made any sales here. And I just realized we only have 4 boxes in here. We can definitely fill this chest up now. And then as for the random essentials side, let's see, we're selling calcite, no. Quartz, no. Slime, no. Pizza, no. Totems, no. Oh, we sold some rockets. Copper, nope. Dripstone, no. And bricks, no. A little unfortunate, but it's still a diamond, and to be honest, I'm not one to try to get a lot of diamonds. I like having diamonds so I can spend them on things, but I don't really need that much. And then now for woolly goods. Now I'm just going to go through all the chests so that way you don't have to constantly hear me opening shulker boxes, so I'll be right back. Oh, and it looks like we have sold some red wool here, so it looks like we made a total of 4 diamonds, which, you know, isn't a lot, but like I said before, I'm not really worried. So this is going to go ahead and put the grand total at 14 blocks, and it looks like that's going to make 3 blocks, so 17 blocks of diamonds, which honestly is pretty good for me. Assuming at the end of last season, I had pretty much nothing, so this is a pretty good start here. We got so much stuff done today, including getting a trident, which I'm so happy about because now we can fly around the world when it's raining. We went ahead and we built up a bakery. We also transformed this into a cliff rather than just a cut-off edge into the water. And most of all, we transferred this box into all netherite, which of course is going to make mining out the swamp 10 times easier. That is going to go ahead and end off this episode. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have an amazing day, night, whatever it is right now. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.